I'm Mary Bakarich. I am a brand planning director at DDB New York. I studied marketing and international business as an undergrad, and so I knew I wanted to do something with brands and marketing. And actually, I wasn't even looking for an advertising career, but a small agency down in Soho found my resume on monster.com. I'm dating myself here. And they reached out to me and thought I'd be an interesting candidate. I went for an interview, and they hired me. Well, I think what's so exciting about advertising, especially right now, is that media is changing so much and the ways that people communicate are evolving. And I think that kind of dynamism creates new and exciting challenges and opportunities for businesses and brands to continue to connect with people. And so the fact that it's constantly changing is what makes it so worth staying in this industry. Oh, wow. I mean, I guess that sometimes people think that we're lying about the products, right? It's about trying to trick people or fool people into believing something about a brand. And at least here at DDB, we always start with trying to understand the truth. What is the product truth? What is the consumer truth? In what way does this brand or this product connect with this audience? What need are we fulfilling? What problem are we solving in their lives? And so I think that sometimes people view advertising as manipulation, but it's ultimately the fine art of persuasion. It's trying to help people understand the value a product can have in their life. Sure. So as a planner, I pretty much have a foot in both creative and account management. I once heard somebody describe planning as the ideal planner as the love child of an MBA and an artist. So you really have to understand a client's business. You have to understand their target audience. You have to really wrap your head around the category dynamics. What is making individual brands successful or struggling in a given market dynamic. Understand the drivers and the barriers and the motivations of the consumers that they're trying to reach. And then take all of that information and distill it into a simple, focused brief that is inspiring for the creatives. And so the planners are about trying to reduce all this information into something that a creative can unlock and explore into something that actually connects with and moves and motivates people. I think it's really having an ability to simplify. I think that there's so much data and information out there, and there are so many different directions we could take from a creative standpoint or tactics that we could deploy. But it's really trying to focus the clients on this is the most important thing that we can say about your product. We can focus the creatives. There might be 100 different ways we can activate this idea, but the client has a small budget. So what do we think are the 3 or 4 most important things for the brand to do? So it's really helping to keep people focused, I would say, is one of the bigger challenges of being a planner. We did some amazing work a few years ago for New York City Ballet, and it's one of the campaigns I look back at as one of the highlights of my career. They came to us with a brief to help expand their audience, to get young adults to come to the ballet. And what we were able to put together was really a reimagining of the experience of going to the ballet. And the program that we came up with is now in its 4th year. And it's done remarkable things for the ballet and cultivating that young adult audience. Well, I think that what's so amazing about advertising is that we need to be inspired by the world around us and by culture, whether it's high culture or pop culture or everything in between. So sometimes just traveling, going to another country, I'll observe how brands are packaged and marketed on a store shelf, which might give me an idea for something that my client is struggling with here in the U.S. So I think that we're surrounded by brands in our daily life, and everything that we do has an opportunity, or everything we experience has an opportunity to inspire the work that we do. We really need to bring the outside in and bring the world into the agency as much as we're creating work for others to enjoy and engage with. That's a good question. I think the main thing about this industry is that you have to stay hungry. keep a curious mind, because just because it was successful, 2 years ago doesn't mean it will be successful 2 years from now. We need to hang on to the core fundamentals of great storytelling and good communication, but continue to evolve and advance and think about new ways of applying those fundamentals. I think that the industry has always been a very fast-paced environment where we're constantly trying to keep our fingers on the pulse of what's new and push our clients and get them to embrace risk. And I think that as an industry, we probably haven't been as comfortable with embracing risk ourselves and trying enough new things. So I do think that continued experimentation of new business models, experimentation of new organizing models for how we operate internally is going to be really vital to any agency's success moving forward. Well, I think that one of the biggest influences has always been just understanding how people communicate. We like to try to think of brands as people, right, and connecting emotionally with its audience. And so following human behavior and how human communications have changed and evolved through all the different devices and platforms that are available, that's really sort of what drives a lot of our evolution. Well, the truth is that, solving any kind of business problem or communications challenge is always done most effectively when diverse minds come together. There's tons of data out there that show that when you have a diverse group of people, you will come to a more optimal solution than if you have a group of like-minded individuals or a group of people who all have the same background. And I think that, as these challenges that our clients give us on our briefs become increasingly more complex, it further reinforces the need to have a diverse group of people solving these challenges. Well, I would say that to me, advertising is about culture meeting commerce.